Today, class, we will now moving to the second quarter of this school year. And today's topic, we will be discussing about the male reproductive system. So in this lessons class, you are going to identify the parts of male reproductive system and describe the parts of male reproductive system and their functions. I have important questions to you, class. Have you ever wondered how a human being develops inside the female body? And how do humans reproduce? All living things reproduce. Human beings produce children, and plants and animals also reproduce. Chicks came from their parent chicken. Piglets came from their parent pig. The banana plant came from their parents' plants. Therefore, people, plants, and animals have their ability to reproduce their offspring. The part of the body that is responsible of producing offspring or children is what you call reproductive system. Males and females have unique reproductive system to perform reproduction. Plants, like animals, need to reproduce to continue life. Some plants need male and female reproductive organs to produce seeds. Other plants reproduce through other methods. In the same way, animals need both male and female reproductive organs to produce offspring, and other animals produce in different methods. The process where plants, animals, and human beings multiply or to produce new organism is what you call reproduction. So reproduction is a process in which organisms produce new organisms to avoid species extinction. Para hindi mawala ang lahi, ay kailangan tinatawag na mag-reproduce ang tao. Aside from that, it is an important part of the life of all living things because it ensures the continuity of life. So, para ma-continue ang ating life, kailangan mag-reproduce. Kailangan merong tinatawag na reproduction. So, reproduction in humans, sexual reproduction happens, meaning the process needs a male and a female parent. So, para pag mag-reproduce daw, is kailangan ng one male and one female to reproduce. Therefore, it is important to study our reproductive system for us to be aware and responsible on how to take good care of it. So males and females have differences in body structures. When you look at or observe a person, you can tell whether that person is a male or a female. So makikita nyo, madistinguish nyo na agad yung isang tao na siya ay male and female based doon sa kanilang mga physical features. Therefore, there are also differences in terms of body structures between a young and an adult person of the same sex. So as you can observe, di ba, nung bata kayo, like, for example, ma-observe niyo yung sanggol. Di ba, ang sanggol, ang liit-liit ng mga daliri compared to a teenager or doon sa adult. So, malalaman mo yung differences nila. So when you were younger, you may have noticed that your body looks different from your father. Like for example, marami kang mga pagbabago. There are physical changes na makikita doon sa body ng bata or body ng bata compared dun sa tatay. Like yung tatay may bigote, yung anak ay wala. Like yung tatay, mabalahibo ang kanyang katawan or mga daliri. Dun sa kanyang tatay or yung dun sa ama is meron. So there is what you call a difference between a younger and a father. So, the human reproductive systems have something to do with these differences and changes observed in their physical appearance between male and female. And these differences enables them to reproduce offspring. So we have an opening activity here. Study the two pictures below and identify if it's a male or a female reproductive system. So what do you think? Or what do you call to this picture or illustration? Yes, exactly. This model or this picture is what you call the male reproductive system. So let us start talking about the parts and functions of the male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system class is made up of several organs. These are the testes, the ducts, the accessory glands, and the penis. So, but before we proceed each parts and its functions, did you know that the sperm cell is needed to fertilize an egg cell? So the hormones are responsible for the development of adult male characteristics. And with this, a male can produce numerous sperm cells, and an average man can produce approximately 5 million in a single drop of semen. So, could you imagine na kahit isang patak lang ng sperm cell is composed na of 5 million of sperm cells na yon. So, tignan nyo, apakarami. Pero, there is a pero dyan. Out of these millions of sperm cells, only one needed to fertilize an egg cell. So, paunahan talaga silang emit yung egg cell. Sa dami-dami ng out of these millions of sperm cells, only one will qualified na to fertilize an egg. So, let's now proceed to the parts and functions of the male reproductive system. The number one is scrotum. So, this is the scrotum. So, scrotum, it is a pair of pouch-like sacs of skin that supports the testes. Ibig sabihin, ito yung outer layer niya. Ito yung parang balat na nakabitin. It also controls its temperature because each testes must be slightly cooler than the body to produce sperm cells. So siya yung nagko-controls ng temperatura para para maging matured at yung tinatawag na sperm cell. Okay, and the lower temperature is the best for the production and storage of the sperm. So, pag lower temperature daw, pag mainit-init, that's good. Okay, next parts is what you call the testes. And this is the testes. So, yan yung testes. Okay, why testes? Kasi dalawa, pero pag isa, it is testis. So, it is the main organ of the male reproductive system. Take note of that, the main organ. The testes are a pair of spherical glands located in a pouch. So dun sa pouch, dun sa scrotum, doon nakalagay yung tinatawag na testes. Dun sa loob nun. These are the glands that produce sperm cells and male sex hormones called testosterone. So, ang laman ng testes na yan, yung nasa loob ng testes na yan, is the sperm cells and the male sex hormones called testosterone. Ano nga ba tong testosterone na tinatawag? So, ang testosterone is responsible for the development of the secondary sex characteristics such as yung tinatawag na body hair, yung the development of the body hair or the appearance rather of the body hair and the muscle development and the voice or the deep voice of males. So yan yung may kinalaman sa testosterone. Yun yung characteristics, yung quality na andun sa semen o sperm cell na nakalagay sa testes. So next, proceed na tayo sa number 3 parts. which is the epididymis. Ang epididymis ay nasaan? So, yan yung epididymis. Nasa tuktok ni testes, nasa likod niya lang. So, it is a narrow coiled tube that stores immature sperm cells until they mature and where they are temporarily stored before they're released. So, after andun yung mga yung sperm cells sa testes, pag nag-matured na yon, pupunta na ngayon sa pupunta na siya sa epididymis. Doon na siya mamamalagi. Ready na siya for release if there is a contact. So, number 4 parts is what you call the vas deferens. Saan kayong vas deferens dyan? So, that is the vas deferens, yung mahabang parang tali. So, it is a long muscular tube that serves as a passageway of the sperm cells released from the testes. So, yan yung daanan ng sperm cell na. So, it is also connected the testes to the seminal vesicles and the urethra. Next, let's now proceed to parts number 5, which is the seminal vesicle. Saan nga yung seminal vesicle dyan? So that is the seminal vesicle. So the function is, these are a sac-like pouches attached to the vas deferens. Sac-like yan pa, hindi life. That's a typo. So it produces a sugar-rich fluid that provides the energy to sperm cells motility. Ano nga ba itong motility na yan? So with that fluid, the sperm cell can be able to move very fast at makakamove siya freely and independently. So yan yung ibibigay ni seminal vesicles. Magbibigay siya ng fluid na rich in sugar. At mapapabilis yung paglangoy ni sperm cell. So next part is the prostate gland. Nasaan kaya yung prostate gland dyan? So that is the prostate gland. So the process, the functions is, it is a walnut-sized gland located between the bladder and the penis. And its function is to secrete fluid that nourishes and protects the sperm. So siya yung nagbibigay ng fluid, which is yung fluid na yun is to nourish and protects the sperm. Next one. Number 7 is the COWPERS gland. So this is the COWPERS gland, yung maliit. It is also called as the bulbourethral gland, or one of the 2 pea-sized organs found beneath the prostate gland. Katabi niya lang. It is responsible, take note of the function. It is responsible in releasing fluid that flushes out foreign matter and neutralizes the acidic urine in the urethra. So siya yung tagalinis, nag-neutralize ng pagka-acidic dun sa ihi natin, papunta sa urethra. So another parts is what you call the urethra. Ano kaya tong urethra na to? Nasaan kaya? So that is the urethra. Yung nasa gitna or nasa gitna ng penis. Yung parang tubo doon sa gitna. So ano na kaya naman tong urethra? So it is the passageway of both urine from the urinary bladder and semen from the glands. So yan yung urethra, daanan ng ihi at daanan ng sperm cells. The next part is the penis. So that is the penis. So what is penis? It is the external male organ with a tip called glans. Yung nasa tip niya, that is called the glans. So yan yung external, yan yung nakikita natin sa panlabas na anyo. Yung visible na nakikita natin, that is the penis. So it is covered with foreskin that may be removed through circumcision and act as a conduit for urine to leave the body. So if you can notice, class, yung mga if you have kapatid with you na sanggol, 'di ba? Nakikita natin yung penis nila natakloban ng foreskin. So, during circumcision, kinakat yun para makita yung tinatawag na glands, yung ulo-ulo na yun. In which later, malalaman natin kung ano yung number 10 na parts ng male. So, aside from that, the penis, its function is by filling with blood. Penis will be able to erect. Therefore, it will be able to penetrate during sexual intercourse. So, pag may mga asawa na kayo later on, so yan yung gagamitin nyo for what you call sexual intercourse. Naintindihan? It is by filling with blood. Punong-puno daw yan ng tinatawag na dugo kapag once na masugatan. So, another one part is what you call the glands. What is the glands? So, that is the glands, yung nasa tuktok or nasa tip part, yung ulo. It is the tip of the penis. So, alam nyo na yung parts and functions of the male reproductive system. So now, class, the parts of the male reproductive system compose of the following. We have the scrotum, we have the testes, we have the epididymis, we have the vas deferens, we have the COWPERS gland, we have the seminal vesicles, we have the prostate gland, we have the urethra, we have the pubis, and we have the glands. So those are the parts of the male reproductive system. Okay, this time, I will show you the illustration. Okay, this is the side part and the front part of the male reproductive system. So you can see the difference. Ito yung unang picture that is on side. Pag naka-side view ka. Pag frontal view, this will look like your male reproductive system or the male reproductive system. Now, let us understand and know the journey of the sperm cell. We already know that the sperm cell is needed to fertilize an egg cell. And that is needed talaga during reproduction. So the journey of the sperm cell begins to the testes. Diyan unang nag-i-start. Diyan nabubuo. Then it will stored to the epididymis. Diyan mai-stored yung tinatawag na sperm cell. Then after going to the epididymis, it is already the final maturation of the sperm cell and located at the back of the testes. So when the penis is erect, sperms now will travel to the vas deferens. So dyan na siya dadaan. Then it will proceed to the seminal vesicles, in which it will gives the fluid that mixes with the sperm as well as what you call the prostate gland and makes fluid to mix with the sperms. So during orgasm, class, this fluid will travel to urethra. Diyan magta-travel na sa urethra out of the body. So that is the journey of the sperm cell. So remember, class, that the male reproductive system is made up of several parts, which include the scrotum, the testes, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, COWPERS gland, urethra, penis, and glands. So each part has a function and a role in the male reproductive system. This time, you are now ready to take the exam. Read each item carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Good luck!